Daily Life in a Covered Wagon. This is going to teach you guys, you and your old Civil War cup, all about what life used to be like when the Western pioneers crossed the country. Let's see, now look, let's go inside. It describes, here's one of the trails. That's the old Oregon Trail. It went from Missouri up to Oregon, across the western United States, and there are a whole bunch of trails like that. One that came through here called the Mormon Trail, and another one that came near here called the Santa Fe Trail. And see, this is what the people looked like. They didn't have, that was probably their own set of clothes. They maybe had two sets. Okay, there, look, here's the wagon. And see the barrels inside? Donovan, can you point at the barrels inside the wagon? See the barrels? Seamus, can you point at them?
There they are.
Yeah, there they are, and there's some crates in there. Everything that they had fit inside.
Those are the barrels.
That's right, everything they had fit inside that little wagon.
Hey, those are the curves.
And if the wagon broke down, they might have to leave that stuff behind. So they couldn't carry anything more than that. Okay, now what's here? Here's some cornmeal in a barrel, see? So they would take that, and when they were out hiking across the country, they would have to go shoot things like deer and bear and stuff like that to eat. And when they didn't have, yeah, there's a cracker. When they didn't have stuff that they could shoot to eat, they had to subsist on this, what was in the barrel. And when that ran out, they were in a lot of trouble because that's all they brought. So they had to use that very sparingly, and they had to make sure that they caught fish in the rivers, and they hunted and got game. Okay, whoop, no, Donovan. Here, let's put those back. Here. Now look at this. Here's a coffee grinder. Look at that. See it? Can you see it? Seamus, point to it so Donovan sees
There
it.
it is.
Do you see that? That looks like.
That's our coffee cup.
And that's our coffee cup that you have right there.
And that's our coffee grinder.
And that's our coffee grinder. Yeah, Donovan. Yeah, what do you think? You see, and that's how they. And that's our cup. And we've got a coffee pot just like that we're going to put up on the cowboy wall. Along with your little coffee grinder. But see, they would bring coffee in a barrel, just like that cornmeal. And then every time they wanted to have it.
I'm going to bring my coffee grinder.
Yeah, there you go. Every time they wanted to have it. Okay, you're going to go get the grinder? All right. Every time they wanted coffee, they'd have to put it in there and they'd have to grind it until it got fine enough that they could make coffee. And they'd make it with a pot like that right over the fire, wherever they got a chance to go camping and build a fire. That's a coffee grinder. That's right, Donovan. And look, there's some pots and pans, just like the ones that we got for the cowboy wall. Yeah, those are, yeah, just like the ones.
Where's the cowboy wall going to be?
The cowboy wall's going to be right here, where you got the, your saddle up already. See? We got some barbed wire. Oh, look at this! These yokes look just like the stuff we got for sheep to hold down that I wanted to show you guys. See? See how that wood is bowed and it goes in there? It's like the sheep pole. And it's like that right there, which is used to hold down sheep when you're shearing them. And we got some shears, but we're going to keep those out of the boys' hands since they're sharp. We got one of these. This is a horse collar. So you guys will, and I'll show you guys how to rig that horse collar.
I carried the beans in there.
You did? Yeah, you got the coffee grinder. Okay, that's good.
I have some beans.
Yeah, we can pretend to make coffee. And you know what? I think Grandpa Graham might be sending out our old pistol like this. We got a couple of those from our great-great-grandfather who fought in the Civil War. And then look at this. What's this, Donovan? What's that? What is that?
Trumpet.
It's a trumpet. Well, it's like a bugle. That's a bugle.
A penny.
And that's, I don't know if that's a penny, but that's,
a bugle.
There's a knife, there's a pipe, and there's a telescope. There's a telescope. Yeah, look at the cowboys. With all their cattle going west. And what have we got here? We got old clothing. See? See the old clothing? Look at the big, long boots that they wore. Yeah, and then they wore nice, long flannel shirts like that. They kept them warm, and they needed to be warm because they were out all day in the cold. The old saddle. Look at this. These are their shaving supplies. That's a brush for putting shaving cream on. There's a hairbrush, I think, and then that's a razor for cutting your stubble off your beard. Yep, there's a rattlesnake. Look out for those. And a bear. And then they would run into Native Americans from time to time. Look at, see the tents? Yeah, and see the moccasins. Sometimes the Indians would want to trade with them. Sometimes they just leave them alone. Other times they'd have to defend themselves from the Indians, because the Indians, like anybody anywhere out in the middle of nowhere, sometimes they wanted to take things.
I got burgers.
You got burgers? Okay. All right, you guys. Look, oh, I got some of these for you too.
I got burgers.
Yeah, this is a powder bag. Daddy's got one he can show you. And all
I
these.
got burgers.
Okay, I'll get your boogers fixed. And there's a powder horn. Look at, we have one of those too.
Burger set.
Look, he's shooting buffalo. You ready to have your boogers taken out? Oh yeah? Yeah, let's see what else is here. Look, see, there they are. There's 2 covered wagons.
Look to the Indians.
Well, yeah, there was, Indians sporadically all across the West when they were traveling. Lots of different tribes.
That's the Indian.
They almost all spoke different languages. And some were friendly and some were not.
That Indian. I see Indian. Got burger. Got burger.
Okay, look, oh here's potatoes that need to be mashed. Where's the potato masher? Here we go. Here, Donovan, take the potato masher. Take it. Okay, mash those potatoes. Would you mash those potatoes for Daddy? Take your potato masher and mash them. Donovan, here's what you do. Here, Seamus knows how to do this. Look, let's take the potato masher.
I want it.
Okay, you're going to mash them? Your Daddy's going to put this. Okay, mash those potatoes. No, push it down on the potatoes, not Daddy's hand. Mash the potatoes, not Daddy's hand. There you go. Okay, Daddy, get his hand out of the way. There you go. Mash them up.
I mashed them.
Mash them up.
I'm gonna eat those.
Yep, once they're all mashed up, then you can cook them down so they're nice and soft, and then you eat them. Yeah, look at this, all this old stuff. What do you see, Donovan? Yeah.
I got burger.
Okay, let's get those boogers fixed. All right. Sign off.